riding Harley-Davidson's new electric prototype called the LiveWire at Millbrook Proving Ground in Milton Keynes. Now, part of the experience of riding a motorcycle is the sound it makes. That's why we use so many different words to describe it, like bark or howl or potato potato in the case of a Harley. The LiveWire doesn't go potato potato, but it does make a very distinctive noise. Harley's senior vice president, Mark Hansricher, has described it as like a fighter jet on an aircraft carrier. It's not like a fighter jet on an aircraft carrier. It's more like a very loud scale electric. It makes a kind of whoosh, but the important thing is it makes a noise loud and distinctive enough to help give it a bit of character of its own. Open the throttle suddenly and for a moment the noise gets louder and deeper still. It's like the electric equivalent to an induction roar. You can't be careless with the throttle though. Treat it gently and the response is smooth and progressive. But peak torque is always only a few degrees further away. It's 52 pounds-foot, about the same as a 600cc four-cylinder sports bike. It doesn't matter what gear you're in on the LiveWire, there's only one gear. It doesn't matter how fast you're going, and it doesn't matter how fast the engine is turning. Wind open the throttle and that peak torque is always there, as if you've changed gear to find it. Peak power is 74 horsepower and 0 to 60 takes less than 4 seconds, according to Harley. The prototypes don't have ABS or traction control, and Harley had threatened to call off the ride in the event of rain. As it happened, it did rain, and the ride did go ahead anyway, but it was brief. It was one lap of Millbrook's high-speed circuit and one lap of its alpine hill route, with lots of steep rises and hidden turns. The torque fired the LiveWire up those hills, and shutting off produced quite a strong braking effect, just like on maybe a V-twin. The LiveWire uses its own kinetic energy to recharge, and that's what that braking effect is. When you stop, it's completely silent. There's a start button to switch it on. The dash is a colour touch screen, which you press to choose whether you want optimum power or optimum range. Press another button and you're ready to go at the twist of the throttle, although there's nothing to indicate that change. No, the sound isn't any different, it's still silent. It felt sportier than I'd expected. The pegs are directly below the single seat and I had to lean forward to reach the straight bars. Weight is a claimed 215 kilograms. It doesn't feel particularly heavy, but I think there is a sense of a low centre of gravity. The single front brake disc felt quite sharp and the single shock and upside down fork were firm. The event was part of Harley's international LiveWire test ride tour, which the firm says is to gain feedback. A questionnaire at the end gave a possible insight into the firm's desire to change brand perception through the exercise. It had a list of words and asked me to tick which ones I'd use to describe Harley before and after the ride. And it included things like visionary and traditional, words that it is actually seen as and words that it would like to be seen as. It also asked whether I'd buy a LiveWire, and I thought, well, could it have got me from London to the circuit and back again in a day? A range of 50 miles and a 3.5 hour charge time, maybe. I think I ticked not sure. Whether I'd get one or not though, I genuinely hope Harley make this into a production model. It was really good fun.